The one in Wayne's hand's a normal sized dab.
Oh, that's amazing.
And then I've got this other one on the left here, which is a monster.
As you can see, over the last 24 hours, for me especially, I've had a bit of an issue with being in Norway. Well, we all have, and things like that can happen. Most trips, people lose their kit. One person at the party. But when you get fishing, this is what happens. I know it's just a couple of dabs, but look at the size of that, and it's just hit the bottom. We've definitely got a chance of a few fish here now.
Absolutely.
We've got about 6 hours till dark. We're going to keep fishing. We're going to keep trying, and when we bring you back, we're going to be bent into a halibut.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, eh? We're going to try.
Well done, Jem.
Thanks, Wayne.
Cheers, everyone. Before I have a cast, I'll just talk you through the weather. Believe it or not, today it was meant to rain all day, but it looks stunning. I think it's going to be 24, 25 degrees out here in Norway, which is just remarkable because, as you know, normally I just come out here in the winter when it's probably between -5 and -20, so it's an absolute luxury to be here. There's plenty of bait fish in the area, and as we know, if there's bait fish, there's got to be something eating them. So just a simple couple of casts, like normal. Just to straighten out the line, check the reels, check the rods haven't been hit. Look at that, it's still going down. The beauty of Navionics. That's super deep. Still sinking. Still sinking. Look at that, it's just hit the bottom. So we've got sand, we know this because of Navionics. We've definitely got depth. All we need now is a little bit of tide, and we are pretty much guaranteed some fish. We've got bait fish in the area, so it looks perfect. What I'm going to do now is what you can do when you come out. I've got a plain leadlet and I'm just banking it along the bottom. It's our first time here. Navionics says it's clean. I'm just checking, and that's absolutely beautiful. Wow. Sandy, muddy bottom, just right for a Norwegian halibut. So yesterday when I was messing around getting on my baggage, which you come with me, the lads were out fishing. Matt obviously had a 41 pound, or actually 42 pound halibut yesterday, and Stu had one just over 20. So we've had 2 halibut on the first day, so things are definitely looking up. But I've not even had a cast, I've not even had a fish. So I'm going to put it in today. As you can see as well, what I like to talk to you about, even when we're on Chesil or the Bristol Channel, we've got tide. I cast that out straight, and now it's pulling round to the left. So we've got depth, we've got muddy bottom, we've got bait fish, and we've got tide. I'm pretty excited now. What we're going to do as the day goes on, we can get Jem on camera and Stu, so you're not just stuck with me all day. You'll be pleased to know. So we bought some frozen baits, but yesterday everyone was catching mackerel and all the fish were coming to fresh mackerel. So what we're going to do is obviously get the frozen bait straight out and then take it in turns fishing for mackerel. And if you've seen mackerel before out here, they're massive. Like everything else, everything's exaggerated. The mackerel are 2 to 4 pounders if you're very lucky. But look, I'm going to keep setting up. There's fish everywhere. Do you hear that, Jeff? Yeah. Huh. Something's just beat up a load of fish down there. It's just gone crazy. But look, I'm going to keep setting up. We're going to catch some bait fish. I'm going to get some frozen baits out there. When I bring you back, I'll talk you through our techniques. We'll speak to Stu, Matt and Jem. We'll get into the fishing, and hopefully we can get a few screaming runs and get into a few Norwegian halibut. As you know, the first part is a little selling part where I'm just like, welcome to Norway. It gets me out of breath. Now it's just us fishing. So I'm just unwrapping my rigs. How you all doing, everyone? Obviously I'm good, I'm in Norway. But yeah, we got a chance today. The lads had 2 halibut yesterday, they've had coalfish, they've had haddock. It's crazy. What I'll do in a minute, I'll just show you a close up on this rig. I'm just sorting it out. Rig wise. I'm sure if you've watched my last Norway videos, you've seen these rigs before. This is what we call a rattle rig, a pop-up rig. It's 15 foot long. It's got some foam and a rattle. Don't know why I'm doing that. That's for you lot. You can hear it. It's because I've got my mic here. So I've got a 6.0 J hook and a 6.0 circle to a 15 foot up and over rig. Plenty of movement, and get my bait popped right up. So when the halibut come along, they smash into it, just like a place would or a big flounder, and rip off with it. The bites we had yesterday, or the guys had, were proper halibut bites where they scream off. So if we get a run today, I'll get it on camera and it should make good viewing. But look, I'm gonna bait up, I'm gonna get it out there. When I bring it back, we're gonna sit back, relax, and get into the fishing at last. And there we go. As you can see, my mackerel is frozen solid. I should have got a pack out earlier before we set off, but I didn't. So what I've done, I've attached my rattle rig to the side, which is fine. I've just tested it and it floats like that. So it's popped up and floats like that, which is pretty good. But in a while, what I'll do is when the mackerel fall out, or when we get some fresh ones, I'll slide them in half and put the rattle rig or the pop-up inside and then reseal it so it looks like a perfect fish, and then it will pop up just like this. But it sounds good. Will it work? It worked yesterday, so we've definitely got a chance. I'm pretty excited. Oh, Matt's into the mackerel. Well done, Matt. The mackerel here are just unbelievable. It's all over £2. The fishing's just up the top here where we are. The fishing's just phenomenal. Where we normally go, it's pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. Still better than home, but just hard. We normally travel up this way from where we normally go, and it's 3 hours each way, and it just, it ruins you. Did it come off?
Yeah, try and lift it up.
Oh. Yeah, like tunas. Over £2 mackerel just fell off. But look, first cast in Norway for this trip. I'm gonna get it out there. It's a pleasure to bring you with me, or us. We're gonna do our best. We're gonna get out. We're gonna make some nice videos for you. Whether you come out here fishing yourself or just sit at home and watch us do it. And there we go. There's number 2 ready to go out. What I'll do is I'll show you in a minute. It's so deep that the line is straight down from the tip, which is a good thing. It takes a while to tighten up even with a grip lead. Move that over there. The sun is just coming up over there. It's going to be a beautiful day. We just need a few fish, don't we? Stu just walks across, you know. You don't get it. Stu's going to get us some fresh bait. When he comes back, we'll get him on camera, because after all, we're here for his birthday. Whose birthday is it, Stu? He might be 50. We'll get him on in a minute. He's going to catch us some bait. Well, hopefully. So he's mackerel feathering. And what happens over here, if you get a full string and they're all 3-pounders, you can't get it in. It's just like 15 pounds of mackerel, all go in different ways. Which is a good thing. So yesterday, the lads were saying, pretty much like we know anyway, fresh baits were killing it. They didn't really get any bites on frozen baits, which is, you know. Right, I'm going to sort this out. When I bring you back, I'll have both rods out and we'll be fishing. We can relax now. The rods are in the water. I've got all my kit. Have I got the skill to catch us some fish? Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to sort my stuff out. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to make up a few more rigs, but we're fishing, everyone. If I get any bites, you will be the first to know. Welcome back. Welcome back to Norway. As you can see, or as you can tell, because you've not been back, it's been quite quiet. Classic fishing out here, especially for halibut. Nothing for hours, then boom, screaming runs. Well, hopefully anyway. That's what normally happens. We've not really been pestered by anything. Stu, Matt and Jem have caught a few fish messing around the pier. Loads of different species, so we're catching fish, but not the target species. My mackerel's now full out, so I can wrap my bait properly. So my pop-up's inside lit, my rattle rig, and that's going to sit up lovely off the bottom. 10 foot up. When the butts come along, they're just like a flounder. They got eyes on the top of their head. They swim along, they look up, they see the bait, bang. Well, it all sounds good. So just about to pack up. It's been pretty shite here, I'm not gonna lie. We've checked out a new mark, and that is a good thing. Look at the weather. We've now got 30-mile-an-hour winds straight in our chops. Don't you just love it here in Norway? The weather can change just like that. So sometimes you get squalls or showers or weather fronts get stuck in the fjords. Yeah, and what happens is, it goes bang down through the trees and it comes through like a little hurricane or a mini tornado. And that's what we're getting now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pack up, we're gonna go out to the shop, we're gonna feed our little fat cheeks and get out fishing somewhere else. So this is a new mark, don't worry. Next time it could fish really well. We will definitely be back, but I look forward to seeing you in a minute on a different venue where hopefully we can get into some Norwegian halibut, everyone. So day one, my cases were left in the airport. So I spent all day driving and coming back. And day two, we've done 4 hours of fishing. Now this has happened. The clutch is gone. And now we're now escorting it down the hill backwards on the side of a mountain, but it's okay. Matt flies helicopters for a living, so he enjoys this stuff. So what are you saying, Stu? Clutch is gone?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, gone off, man. I'm trying to get the coordinates now.
Yeah, that'll do, Jem.
How's your day going, Matt?
Yeah, it gets better. But got workout and fishing at the same time. Yeah, what more do you want? Beautiful setting.
Oh, anyway.
We've eaten. It's not raining. We've got supplies.
Yeah, we're alright. We're good.
Heading up the west coast in the morning to find a place where no one knows our faces or our names. If we don't leave now,
Here we go. First cast. The doctor's onto the fish. What are you saying?
Yeah, it's only been in the water about 10 seconds on the bottom. Once it had got to the bottom, because it's bloody deep here. It's fighting back.
And what are you fishing with?
Not a massive.
Worm.
I've got rag on the one hook and a bit of fresh lug on the other. It's definitely woken up now. It's near the edge.
Nice. Well
I
done.
don't think it's a massive fish, but it's pulling.
If I was you, I'd
Put a
walk
nice
forward.
bend in the nagger.
I know. If I was you, I'd walk forward a little bit. Just to that. There's a fish there. Oh, it's a nice. Oh, it's a dab. It's two. Double shot of dabs. Good fish
Right
as
up on
well.
the ledge.
No, you're not. Look at them dabs. Look at the size of that one. Oh, look at that. One more wind.
And we're up.
That's a nice shot of dabs.
That is, isn't it? I just walk backwards a bit.
Yeah, that's all right.
Don't want to overbend the tip.
Look at that,
A
everyone.
monster.
Be nice to catch one of them in the UK.
So the one in Wayne's hand's a normal sized dab.
Oh, that's amazing.
And then I've got this other one on the left here, which is a monster.
As you can see, over the last 24 hours, for me especially, I've had a bit of an issue with being in Norway. Well, we all have, and things like that can happen. Most trips, people lose their kit. One person at the party. But when you get fishing, this is what happens. I know it's just a couple of dabs, but look at the size of that, and it's just hit the bottom. We've definitely got a chance of a few fish here now.
Absolutely.
We've got about 6 hours till dark. We're going to keep fishing. We're going to keep trying, and when we bring you back, we're going to be bent into a halibut.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, eh? We're going to try.
Well done, Jem.
Thanks, Wayne.
Cheers, everyone. So as you've seen earlier on this morning, which feels like another world before we break down, I used my rig, my pop-up rig, and I just attached it to the side of the mackerel because it was frozen. Now I've defrosted a few mackerel. You can see it inside. Like a good surgeon, I've cut it open. I've inserted the rattle rig, the pop-up rig, and I'm closing it back up so it looks like a... Does that look fresh? Just looks like a dead mackerel. But yeah, halibuts, or butts we call them. Absolutely love it. And it just pops up like this off of the bottom, and the fish come along. As I've said to you, they've got eyes on the top of their head like most flatfish. They see the silhouette and they just absolutely nail it. Let me just pull down the panel. What I'm going to do is try and get some fresh bait in a minute. I've had a go briefly for mackerel and there's none here. It's definitely the key. We got some mackerel from yesterday, so they are kind of fresh. I want some fresh. And there you go, look at that.
So, I think we can say today is the day of the dab. This is one of the smaller ones I've caught.
I know, yeah.
Coming in at 37 centimetres. And the best one was 39. So, pretty decent dab, I reckon. What do you think, Wayne?
Yeah. I'm still blanking in Norway after 48 hours. Granted, I've only been fishing for about 5 hours. It's quite emotional.
It has been emotional.
But yeah, you're doing really well. You're actually targeting dab, really.
Yeah, I've got 2 rods out, one with worm baits trying to pick up the dab, and it's working well. And I had a grey gurnard earlier as well.
Yeah, I forgot to film it actually because we're working quite hard. We're getting stripped not us two.
Aye.
Yeah, no, our baits are getting stripped by edible crabs. We've actually caught a few and they're massive, but we don't want to mess around with them, so we're just chucking them back. But we're getting stripped every 10 minutes, quarter of an hour, so it's hard fishing. But yeah, you're doing all right on the dabs.
Yeah, well, you know, got to be in it to win it. And mixed tactics is paying off. It's keeping me entertained today, and I'll have a few fish to take back home for dinner. Yeah,
you're doing well. But yeah, we're going to keep fishing. Hopefully anytime soon one of us can hook a halibut. You're fishing with one rod on whole mackerel popped up. I'm doing the same. If we get any action, we'll bring you straight back. But that's a cracking dab. All the ones you've been having are like unbelievable compared to the ones we get at home.
Yeah,
you've got a massive bag of dabs. It sounds like a rubbish poem then. But yeah, we'll keep fishing. There's midges, there's mosquitoes, it's raining, it's quite humid, and the fishing's pretty poor. But we're in Norway, and we're having a go. Absolutely,
it's all good fun, and it's the day of the dab.
As you can see, it's raining. Why wouldn't it be? Well, I've been fishing for 48 hours. As you know, I've been fishing for about 5. I should say I've been in Norway for 48 hours, and I'm blanking hard. Don't worry about it. It's the way it goes when you're fishing for halibut. My baits are this big, and I'm popping them up. Not many fish are going to take that unless it's a zoo creature. So I'm happy with my effort and I will keep going. Jem's going to walk up there. Stu and that have been catching massive pollock and they said we could go up there and join in. But I'm going to sit it out, fish for halibut. I made a plan. I may be stupid, but I'm blanking in Norway, but I'm putting in the effort. See you in a bit, everyone. I'm soaked. This is Norway. Let's keep fishing. Believe it or not, this is going to be the end of day 2. I'm just here with Jem. Our taxi's turned up. As you know, we've not got a van. It's broken down over there, and it's proper broke. I put a nice whiting out. It's come back quarter of an hour later, like that. The edible crabs are killing it. But as I said to you, I'm out fishing for massive fish. And as you know, I only fish for stuff that can eat me or pull me in. Halibut can pull me in. They probably won't eat me, because I'm a little bit of a porker. But I'm gonna keep fishing this week, and eventually I'm gonna get us a big butt. Not like that one. But look, I'm gonna pack up. I will see you in the morning somewhere else. Just been chatting to Jem. I think we might go on Navionics tonight and try and find a brand new mark. Get out, give it a go, and that adds more excitement to catching a big butt in Norway.